Shane Khan here for Seconds Out with Lee Cutler in Bournemouth, heading into Sunday night's action. Not Saturday, it's got a trip next, so I don't trip myself up. Lee, how you doing, sir?
Really well, thank you, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. All the better for speaking to yourself. Interesting decisions, interesting moves heading into this fight. Can't believe this is your first fight at the McGuigan gym with Josh Pritchard. Is that correct? Is that the situation?
That's correct, yeah. I've been there 8 weeks now. Obviously, it's not the longest of times, but I've learned loads already. It was just mind-opening how much I didn't know about boxing.
Was that a move that you were looking for a while? Did you put the irons in the fire to get that move over to that gym?
No, not at all. I was really close to my old coach, and I never thought I'd ever part ways with my old coach. It's just obviously my close mate Chris Billam-Smith's at the McGuigan gym. A few scenarios happened, and it led to me asking the McGuigans to train me and to get into the gym with Josh, and and that's how it happened, really.
With that said, in the time that you had, if you could pick up a couple of things and highlight them of what you learned in the gym, what do you feel that's really stuck heading into this Sunday night?
Just being much neater, much more clinical, much more sharper, which you will see Sunday night.
Do you have that time to pick the brains of the people in the gym? Obviously, Chris, your close friend, captain the gym now, as it were, with the world title, but do you have that time to kind of pick the brains of the other fighters and get their thoughts on you?
Well, I've been living with Chris, so I think he's sick of me now, because we'd just be sat there watching boxing, and I'd always be, just a question will pop in my head and I have to ask him. And normally it's me on my own down here when I've trained down in Bournemouth, and but having him there to ask those questions is just a little bit of relief, really, and just I do pick their brains, yeah, for sure.
Does it come with a sense of pressure as well too? Because that's a gym that's thriving now and succeeding. You don't want to be the guy that doesn't succeed, the one that doesn't thrive, that doesn't match the levels too. So on Sunday night, you've got to match those levels and really perform.
Yeah, Shane was going through his record the other day with fighters in the gym, and I was like, no pressure at all. Stupid records. Like, they've only lost to the elite level fighters, and I can't be the first.
You're very much an exciting fighter. Are you keeping that style going forward? You're just fine-tuning a couple of things, listen to instructions and looking to progress?
That's it. It's like I said, I've only been there 8 weeks, but massive improvements already. People will see massive improvements in me, and like I said, I just can't wait to show it.
Can't wait to show it, indeed. Can't wait to show the Bournemouth crowd too, have come out in their droves as well, for you and for Chris as well too. Soon you headlining, soon you having those big nights selling out Bournemouth as well. Is that the target, the dream?
That's it. That's the next thing. Now I'm in a stable that I'm confident of getting to that level now. I've got to get through Sunday night first, but the dream is to headline down here and maybe at the stadium again one day. Chris is not going to be around for too much longer. He's 33. He's got a few more years, 3 more years in him, because he looks after himself. He says himself he doesn't want to be around for ages. So everyone loves coming down to Bournemouth, and I've got to be the guy to keep him coming in.
When Chris won that title, look, it meant a lot for him. You being so close to him, close by him, what did it mean for you as well, seeing Chris accomplish his dreams?
It was incredible, like, just seeing that. Like, I think how far we've come, like, as amateurs from a club in the West, a small little club in the Western Counties that struggled to win a Western County title, to see that he's hit the highest achievement you can, boxing in front of 15,000 at his home football stadium. It was emotional that night, but obviously I had come off a good win as well. I just can't believe what's happened to us, and it's surreal.
Chris is very grounded, Chris is very humble, but has he changed a little bit now he's got the title? Has he become a little bit more confident? Is he telling you he's a world champion every day?
Oh, he tells me, but he's the same guy deep down. He knows it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's just, he's world champion. He's world champion, Chris, now, but he's the same guy.
Look, with that fight, not chasing the title, defending it now, a different proposition. Masternak, look, when it was first announced, people thought it's a good fight for Chris, but as it comes closer, saying it's a tough test for Chris too. Feel he comes through that tough test?
Oh yeah, he definitely comes through the test. It is a tough fight. He knows that, but I see how he performs in the gym, and yeah, it should be no problem for him. He knows it's a tough test, and he's got to show up, and he will.
Would you like to see the rematch with Lawrence Okolie or the rematch with Richard Riakporhe?
I'd rather see Riakporhe. Okolie's boring, no disrespect to him. And he'll just hang on to Chris when Chris nails him again. And it'll just be another boring night. And it's just, like, he's a banana skin at the end of the day. He's an awkward, hard night's work for anyone. Chris beats him all day long, but it's just, I'd rather not see it again. I'd rather not sit through 12 more rounds of that. It was different because it was the world title, so you're like on the edge of your seat. So you're like, but once he's done it now, it's just something I wouldn't want to sit through again.
The dream's been achieved, but then the dream progresses, and Chris will want to get unified cruiserweight world titles, and in comes the frustration of boxing and the politics, and whether you get them or you don't. Do you feel that frustration might be something Chris will have to face and get through, or do you think he will have plain sailing do you think the other champions will want to fight him?
I don't think it'll be plain sailing, like nothing ever is in life, but I do think he will unify one day. In the next couple of years, well, he has to because he doesn't want to be around for too much longer. But he definitely unified for sure.
Lee, I'll leave the final word with you. What happens in the ring on Sunday night in your fight?
A win from the chaos.
I mean, looking forward to it. Lee, all the best.